Hello and welcome people to learn coding from scratch. Today I want to discuss about a topic which all the students I guess have come across. It's how to write a text file using a JFrame. So let's begin. So I was doing the multiple panels tutorial. So I'm gonna be doing the today's example in the same package. So this is my project Java GUI and this is my package. So I'm gonna open a class. I'm gonna name the class FileWriter using JFrame. Anyway, so first of all, let's create a JFrame. I would like to name it window. JFrame equals to new JFrame. I hope you guys know what is a JFrame. It's the window that where we're gonna add all the components like buttons, text fields. So basically, it's a window, and in this parenthesis, string, you're gonna give give it a name. I'm gonna give it name like login sign up form. You see there's a red mark. It wants me to import the JFrame, so just click on this and it will import automatically. Then I'll be needing text fields, JText fields. Don't worry, I'll be explaining these. JText field, let's take a username text field equals to new JText JText field. Again, it's gonna ask us to import JText field. I'm gonna take another text field just to make it look good. It's gonna be JText field password text field equals to new JText field. Now this is the class name, this is the variable name, user text field, and that's how you initialize the object. And I'm gonna be needing two JLabels. JLabel username label equals to new JLabel. What is JLabel? I mean, JLabel is sort of like the information, like we give the system.print line. We give some information to the user, so it's JLabel does exactly the same. So I'm gonna take two JLabels to notify the user about what is the text fields are. So first it's gonna be its username, and the second JLabel would be about password label equals to new JLabel. So we have to write the password here. It's gonna appear exactly how I'm writing here. It's gonna appear exactly in the window. Again, I have to import the JLabel, and I'm gonna be needing a button, J button, a log sign up button. Sign up button. You can give the variables any name you want, but I like to keep it relevant, and when you're doing bigger projects, these names help you. It makes the readability of the code much better. So I do practice that. Try to give the variables a meaningful name. Again, I have to wait a minute. I have to import it on new J button. So let's name it sign up. Again, this is the variable name, and this text right here will appear exactly as I write it here. Okay, So now let's import the J button. So I'm done with the designing part. So just to show you guys what I've been doing, just have a quick constructor. So just write the constructor FileWriter using JFrame. I'm gonna be adding window dot add first component. It's going to be the username label. Second component would be username text field. Third component would be password label, and fourth would be password text field. And I have to set the size, window.set size. These are, you get used to writing these things, because these are nothing but there's no logic in this. You just have to practice it and get accustomed to writing these things. This is the set size thing. I'm gonna be giving it 300 width, 200 height. Then window dot set default close operation, JFrame dot exit and close. I'm gonna be explaining this again. Window dot set visible true. You might not add this line here, but it's important to add this. I will show you why. So I already have a main class open here. This is from my last tutorial, multiple panels. So I'm gonna be just initializing my FileWriter using JFrame object here, so that I can show you guys what I have done so far. Using JFrame equals to FWJ equals to new FileWriter using JFrame. Okay, so it's gonna look pretty weird. Actually, I think it's gonna look pretty weird because I haven't used any layouts, but there must be any there should be a default layout. Let's see. Okay, this is quite interesting anyway. It's not added for some reason. Okay, let's add the layout first. Grid layout. I'm using a grid layout here. Goes to new grid layout. I'm gonna name this variable GL. Again, I have to import the grid layout. So GL dot, you have to set the columns and row numbers. So the column numbers be 3, I guess. Yeah, it should be. The rows are like this and the columns are like this. So the columns should be 2 columns, and GL dot set rows 3 rows, right? So I have to again I forgot to add the button. Where's the button? Sign up button. So yeah, this is it. Will basically, let's run this again. Oh, sorry, my bad. I have to set this layout into this window, so that it does not look like this, basically, because what's doing, I have added the sign up button at last, so it's just showing the sign up button. Anyway, so I have to add the window dot set layout manager, this one. I have to set this to GL. Now it will act as just 2 columns and 3 rows. There you go. just for the look good part, I want this one to be here, so I'd like to add another label which will have nothing in it. J label equals to blank equals to new J label. It will have nothing in it. So I will be adding this one after this. Window dot add blank. Now let's see what it does. It's just this the add. This is the blank. What? This is the blank label. So I guess you guys have the idea what we have done here. So now let's. I hope you guys have the idea of how the designing works. These are the sign up button, password here is password labels, username, and this is what sign up form. This is here the Windows name. So let's get into the file writing thing. So first I want to implement action listener, which will listen to my codes when I press on the button. So again, I have imported AJ action listener right here, and the action listener here. Now I have to implement the method. You just click on this, and there will be, you see, there will be a overridden method. Anyway, so now we have to use the FileWriter class for this. I'm gonna be using the FileWriter class. You can use any other. I guess there are other writers available as well in Java. So again, I have to import the FileWriter. There we go. So this FW will be doing my file writing thing. Okay, let's give it a relevant name, FileWriter. Okay. So this is FileWriter. This FileWriter will be doing my writing thing. Now what I want is when I click on this sign up button, okay, there will be a text file. So when I click on this, there will be a text file. So for that I have to do it inside these two curly braces. Alright, so let's cross it out and let's give it a name, AE action event. So if AE dot get action command equals sign up button, that is if it's equals to sign up button dot get action command, if that basically means if someone clicks on the sign up button, I want to write the file. So that's, you have to do it in the try catch block, catch exception E J option pane dot show message dialog. We got to set it to null. First, you have to. This is a component. You set it to null because I want to use the default Java message box, and I want to print the if there's an error, if there's an exception, it will print. JFrame pane is a default Java message box. If there is an error, it will print automatically to our screen. So now let's write the file. So we will be writing that if w equals to new file writer. Now inside this parenthesis, what? Oh yeah, there is no if w. Sorry, file writer. I've made it global because so that I can access. I made it global, but I haven't initialized it. Why I made this global? So that I can access it from anywhere in this code. But now I'm initializing it, and here inside this parenthesis you have to give it the name, and if you want you can give the location as well. Otherwise, if you don't give any specific location, it will be saved under this where this one, sorry, here under it will be saved here. So I want to save it in my E drive. So I'm gonna be writing the address first, E colon slash, and I'm gonna name it sign up sheet.txt. Okay, so not again fw FileWriter dot write string. So let's write let's write what we want to write. So we want to write the text fields informations. Okay. So what we have to do is take the, what's the name, username text field. Let's copy it. So here we go. Now this is not a this is a text field, this is not string. So to get the string out of it, we have to use dot get text. Okay, so now it's the text. Just to make it look good, I'm gonna be just placing some, I want to place a label as well at first. So first place the username label dot get text. Alright, just to make it look good, and then maybe take another FileWriter for FileWriter dot write. And now I'm gonna be writing the password label dot get text, and password label what's the name again, password text field, right? Password text text field dot get text. So writing has been done. I have to close the file. Unless you close the file, you won't get to see the written form of it. Okay, so let's run this now. So username, let's give it my name, and that's my name, and let's give a password like 123. Oh wait a minute, yeah, almost forgot. I don't want to be a password field. Okay, I want this to be a I don't want this to be a text field, it looks odd. I want this to be a password field. So just change this from the text field to the password field. This is a built-in class. It just have to import it again. It will give you the block or circle sort of thing. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna see. We're writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is how it looks. So anyway, if it's written successfully, I want to print a message. So JFrame dot show message dialog. Again, set this to null, and print a message like file written successfully. Okay, so let's write this now. It's moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing's happening because I haven't added the action listener to the button. Let me show you guys what I'm saying. Sign up button dot add action listener. I want to listen to this button, so now it will work unless you write, unless you add this line, unless you add this piece of code. Regardless, whatever you do inside this block, it ain't gonna work. you just saw there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and let's see now it's file written successfully. So let's go to this is my E drive. Let's open this. So username Eskimoinuddin and Eskimoin, and that's a password. Now the problem with text fields are that not text, the text pad is it does not give any space. I mean the new line, it cannot break, like this. It cannot break if you write, even had I used the \n like this, even then it wouldn't have been like this. It would have been like this. Actually, it's not the problem of the code, it's the problem of this text field, the text pad, notepad. So for that we usually use Microsoft Office. In the next tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to use Java to make the write it Microsoft document file. Till then, thanks for watching.